Hello, hello. Welcome in, everyone. It's Scootsy16 with another episode of the Chem League and the Outlaws. Tough loss in that last one against their divisional rival, the Maulers. And we now turn to the Pythons, another divisional rival. And we will be facing off in a two-game set against them in season 3 here. And we kind of need every win we can get because we are at that point where we're teetering on the edge of the playoffs. We're currently sitting in the number 3 seed, but any loss that we get will make it much more difficult for us to end up making things work here. So I do want to let you know it looks like the Reapers have one more game left, and they have a plus 17 run differential, so they could either jump to 9-7, or they could drop to 8-8. But because of that high run differential, it means that we cannot tie against them unless we blow out these next 3 games. But we can't get that far. We have to look at the Pythons, because if we can't beat them, then we're going to get knocked out of this playoff hunt anyway. So in this one, we will see our primary ace, Madden Zimmerman, to face off against Rip Sutton. Very similar pitchers. However, Madden with a couple of traits there at his disposal to help him out. The big problem, though, Rip has much better starts to the season than Madden does. So hoping that that does not play a factor here. I'm going to do the suggested lineup to see what they say first, and then I am going to make some adjustments. So Tony DHing, Braden in right, Rock in second, Justice back at first, Caroline Dealer in left, Bab Shishin in center, Ramon Lee at short, Kanan Avery at third, and then Alex Hernandez. Yeah, I think this is the way that I want it, and then because of that, I can bring in Elias Hensley in game 2 to replace, or to DH for Tony and put Tony in left field to replace Caroline Dealer. I am curious here. Liliana Fowler. Is there any benefit to having her out there instead of Caroline? Caroline is the fastball hitter, but she has not been hitting really well. Liliana is a better fielder. I'll stick with Caroline. She hasn't been a liability defensively. It's just been the offense, and it's not like we're getting an upgrade to go to Liliana Fowler. So we're going to stick with Dealer here. All right, now let's do some rearranging here. So Braden as normal. I want Cannon to be second. Tony and Rock. Let's flip-flop them. Let's see what happens when they change in the order. Actually, no. I don't want to do that because I feel like I'm getting really bad omens here. Rock hit the home run, followed by Tony center cut, so we're going to leave it like that. And then I am going to have Ramon Lee 5, Justice 6, Dalton 7, Caroline, and then Alex Hernandez for Madden Zimmerman. And we are home for this series. Let's you know what, we haven't used the alternate uniform in a minute. Let's use that one in this one, and we're gonna play ball. And by the way, I'm letting B-Bucks sit this one down for Alex Hernandez to start, just so that he'll be at full health for the next game, because we'd have to sit him out for one of these two anyways. So instead, I'm just gonna let him have the day off here. So here we go. Back out to Tiger Den for the night half of a double header. So I think they're doing a night game, then a morning game. And the Pythons are sitting here in the same spot that we are, just fighting for their lives for the playoffs here. And so it's both teams 7 and 6. The winner is going to take the 3 seed in the playoff hunt for the wild card. The loser will fall to the 4th seed, and potentially even worse. And the winner also has a chance to take the division lead as well. So Madden Zimmerman, we need a good start out of you, bud. And he'll be facing off against Henry Fernandez, who chases a strike out of the zone. Henry's locked in right now. And we'll hit that off-speed pitch down into the dirt, and we'll ground out to first for out number 1. He loses his mojo there back to neutral. And now Fist Gallagher, who gave us fits in the championship series as a dive bomber, So he's familiar with this team. Takes 2 balls, gets a strike there at the top of the zone. He does have tier 2 bad ball hitter. He's currently neutral mojo. Takes another strike, so now K Collector activates for Madden, and he's going to stay alive by pulling that foul. And that one stays way high on the curveball. Can't control that one. And a full count walk for Fist Gallagher as he takes to first base. Now Aiden Hines, who is tense right now, comes up to the plate batting 161 with no home runs or RBIs. Great speed over there at first base. Great arm behind the plate. Really is a toss-up who's going to be able to win that battle if he tries to steal. Madden with a 1-1 count with 1 out. Runner takes off on a fastball. Nice throw from Alex Gonzalez. Gets him at second base. Or Alex Hernandez. Oh my gosh. I just get like this random moments, 2-2 count here with 2 outs. Staying alive is Aiden Heaves. I get these random moments where I say somebody else's name that's like a real person that's so close to these other players. Alex Gonzalez, former shortstop for the Chicago Cubs. You'll remember him making the mistake in the 2003 NL championship game against the Marlins. Breaks my heart every time I think about it. And Braden Sorelli will ground out to first base for out number 1, doing the exact same thing as the leadoff man for the Pythons. And Rip Sutton gets the first out pretty quick. And there's Cannon Avery, shoots a cannon off the bat, but it goes right to the left fielder for out number 1, or out number 2, excuse me. All right, 2 outs for Rock Quintana. Perfect situation for him to hit another home run, as he likes the bases cleared. Little Hack activates here. Ball low in the dirt, so no more Little Hack. And that ball goes foul, so Little Hack back. Just teeters back and forth. And 1-2 count, and hits one off the end of the bat. It sounded loud, but he got it off of the end of the bat and just kind of pumped it into right center field for a base hit. So a 2-out rally starting for the Outlaws. Will turn to their Season 2 MVP. From one MVP to the other. Fastball hitter activated. Gets the fastball, but it's going to be called for a strike. Ball inside. Whoa, almost hits him. And Tony will take ball 2 inside now. So 2-1 count with 2 outs. Tony takes ball 3, so 3-1 in his favor. And Rip gives him the fastball, but he pulls it foul, just missing. Full count now. Runner goes. And a fastball bullet shot into left field. And Tony center cut with a base hit to keep things going. And now we turn to, oh God, this is going to make me nervous. If Ramon Lee strikes out, I'm going to be pissed. So he comes in, batting 226 with 2 home runs on the year, 7 RBIs, 2 outs, runners on first and second. And he hits one into deep left field. It's got enough. It's got a chance, and it's gone. Out of here. Ramon Lee with a huge moment here, putting him in the 5 spot. Pays off as he hits a moonshot to left field, 350, to make this a 3-0 game. His 3rd home run and 10th RBI of the season. And Ramon Lee will get that 2-out rally to continue with his big home run. And Rip Sutton now tense. And there's Justice Colon coming in after her day off, sends a ball down the left field line. And left fielder was able to get to that quick enough to keep Justice at first base, even despite her base rounder trait. So she's got great speed over there at first base. Takes off immediately and on off-speed pitch, and she gets called out at third base. Great throw from the catcher, but man, it felt like she was running in quicksand as she was just not able to get down to second base in time. 96 speed, and she gets caught by the arm of the Python's catcher. So, oh well. Madden Zimmerman now has himself a lead going into the top of the second. That ball drops out of play on the pop-out. Rail Sims, former All-Star, Eliana Chambers is up. And K Collector activates on a 1-2 count. And ball stays out of the zone. Eliana being patient. Pops one foul. And swings through that one. The curveball gets her for strike 3. And she goes down for out number 1. Besto Durham, the first baseman, now comes up. 269 with 2 home runs and 5 RBIs. He is currently locked in. Looking to see if he can find a pitch that he can get a hold of. Will fall behind in the count 1-2, and so Madden gets Cake Collector again and gets the strikeout 102 miles an hour. And Madden Zimmerman went into another gear for that pitch. Now has to try and figure out if he can do the same thing against Whistle Thornton. Whistle in center field today. Locked in, batting .348, 2 home runs, 5 RBIs on the year. Good hitter. And he will pop that one foul. Take strike 2, so now 2-2 count. 2 outs, and Whistle Thornton will ground to Ramon Lee at short for out number 3. So a 1-2-3 inning for Madden Zimmerman. Great pitching performance from him. And we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Losing track of what time it is. Bottom of the 2nd inning. Oh my gosh. Bottom of the 2nd for Dalton Babshishin. So kind of pseudo leadoff man. We'll pop that one out of play. 1-2 count, and Rip gives him a ball in a good spot, but he gets underneath it, and that's going to fly out to deep center field. Whistle Thornton catches that for out number 1. Caroline Dealer has been a big disappointment coming from year 1 in her last year, where she pitched where she hit really well. She'll get a base hit here off the fastball, but just barely makes enough contact. She'll get on base with 1 out here, but she has been one of the weaker parts of our lineup for most of the year here. I guess we could also put that blame on Elias Hensley and Justice Colon, as Alex Hernandez gets a base hit here. So now our bottom of the order starts to perform. And we'll turn it to tense Braden Sorelli, who grounded out to first in his first at-bat. Alex Hernandez is locked in over there at first base now. Popped foul for strike 1. Takes ball 1 high. Good eye for Braden there. Sutton is struggling here. He's still tense. 27 pitches into the game. And that's going to be 3-1 count here for Braden. Takes a strike at the top of the zone, so he's got tough out activated on a full count. And we'll hit that one to deep right field. That ball is going to carry, and it's going to get out of here. To right center field stands Braden Sorelli with a full count. Tough out activates, and that helps him barrel that one up. Another 3-run shot, and it is now 6-0, and Rip Sutton is getting ripped up. And this one, the Outlaws came to play today. They're taking out their frustration from the Maulers on the Pythons here. Rip Sutton now rattled. Cannon Avery will come up to the plate. He lined out to left field in his last at-bat, dropping him back down to neutral mojo. 2-2 count here. Rip just battling as much as he can. He feels like he's just stranded out there. And that ball's going to get lofted into left field for a base hit for Cannon Avery. So nice piece of hitting from him on a full count, and he's going to get his mojo back to locked in. So he stands on first base for Rock Quintana. Locked in, 1-for-1 with a single, 1 out. Rip doesn't know what to do. Gives him a fastball, and that's going to tail foul into the right field corner for a strike. Little hackle activate here. Ball way out of the zone, bounces off the glove of Legend Buckley, allowing the runner to advance to second base. So now runner in scoring position with 1 out. Little hackle activate again here on a 1-2 count. And there's an off-speed pitch in Rock. Oh, boy. Man, that was your pitch. That was right there where you want it, too. That was a 2-run homer waiting to happen, but he took strike 3, and that's 2 outs. So now it turns to Tony Centercut, who got a base hit his last time up, still locked in. 1-1 count here. Rip trying to get out of the inning. Misses the zone there, way in the dirt. And an off-speed pitch that Tony could not get barrel on hits the inside part of his bat, and he lofts that into left field for a fly out for out number 3. Big 3-run homer for Braden Sorelli. And we lead 6-0 heading into the top of the 3rd. Marcel Hornblower comes up. His first at-bat of the day. He's playing third base today. And he pops one foul to the third base side, and it's going to get out of play. That indent makes it a lot harder to judge whether a ball is going out of play or not. Madden currently locked in, gets K Collector activated here on a 1-2 count, and Marcel, with no contact, pops it up. And is it going to stay in play? It looks like it's going to get out of play as it bounces off the top of the net there. He'll stay alive. And this time he gets one low, very low pitch. He drives it up the middle for a base hit. So Marcel stays alive. Madden, because of that base hit, will drop back down to neutral mojo. And Legend Buckley, the catcher, will come up, batting 190, has tier 2 consistent and tier 2 bad ball hitter. Fouls the first pitch he sees back. Takes a ball just outside. Madden looking to see if he can maybe get a double play here. That would be really, really helpful. K Collector will activate for him. And gets the strikeout there. He'll get his mojo back on the strikeout there. And we'll turn to Rail Sims. Very curious to know how many games she's played, as she has not gotten a hit yet in this season. Takes a first pitch strike. Second pitch strike, so she falls behind immediately to locked in K Collector Madden Zimmerman. Takes a ball high. And there she goes, striking out again. So Madden gets another strikeout. And so we turn to the number one hitter in the lineup. Henry Fernandez will be in left field today. Great hitter with that off-speed stuff that he sees. And great speed. He swings through a fastball for strike one and throws the slider but doesn't catch the corner. That ball sent into right field, but it's going to go foul. So 1-2 count here, and Madden looking for another strikeout on pitch number 50 to end the inning. And he gets it. There it is. The put-out pitch for Madden Zimmerman. A beautiful pitch there, and he gets out of this one through 3. It is 6-0, or through the top of the third. It is 6-0, and Ramon Lee comes up, already hitting 1 home run today. Bo Fernandez will come in to replace Rip Sutton. His day is over. Can't get into the third inning, so now the Pythons pitching staff will be taxed. So that might be beneficial to us in game 2. 2-2 count here for Ramon Lee, and Bo will miss the bottom of the zone. Nice, good eye from Ramon Lee as he takes the walk on a full count ball out of the zone. So leadoff man aboard for Justice Colon, 1-for-1 with a single down the left field line. She got some renewed speed over the break when she took a day off. And we'll hit that one off the end of the bat. She's down 0-2. She's prone to the strikeout. She takes a ball out of the zone. And she'll take strike 3. Jesus Christ. Justice. She strikes out. She drops to tense mojo. And speaking of tense mojo, here's Dalton Babshishin, 0-for-1 today. Batting 389 on the year, but if you've been following along, you tell me. It doesn't feel like he has been hitting very well this year. He feels like he's regressed all the way back since season 1. I mean, every time I say this, they get a hit, so Dalton's back to neutral as he hits one to right field for a base hit. I almost feel like I just need to rag on these guys up and down the lineup all the time because that's when they start playing well. So Bo has tier 2 rally stopper, which activates here. 2 on, 1 out. And Caroline Dealer with a base hit in her last at-bat will come up to the plate batting 238 now. She gets a fastball, but not very good contact. Down 1-2. Just missing the zone. Bo Fernandez didn't get the call. And that ball gets shattered. And they go to third and try to turn 2, but instead it's a fielder's choice. The runner at third gets caught out on the force out. And so 2 outs for Alex Hernandez, who has first pitch slayer as mind gamer, is locked in, gets a first pitch strike that he takes, swings at that pitch and fouls it gently to the dugout. So 0-2 with 2 outs. And Alex will put that one down the line. Misplayed by the oh my goodness. Misplayed by the first baseman. Nice play by the second baseman to recover and get it over to the pitcher to get the out over there at first. But whoever their first baseman is injured on the play. We'll see if they replace them. Dislocated shoulder from Besto Durham. Wow, that's big. So Fist Gallagher comes up 0 for 1, 2-0 count here. Hits that one off the end of the bat. Justice Cologne gets over there, throws it to Madden Zimmerman, who makes a nice play. There's always the chance that they will bobble that ball as the pitcher is running to cover the bag, but he's able to get the out there at first for out number 1. Aiden Heaves, still tense, comes up to the plate, and will ground to third, as Cannon Avery cuts him off and gets it over to first, and that will put Aiden Heaves at rattled mojo now. Eliana Chambers is neutral, and she pops that one over to left field foul. 0-2 count. Madden Zimmerman locked in. We'll get K Collector and just misses the top of the zone. Here's pitch 60, and it's a foul. Trying to put away the Pythons here. 2-2 count, 2 outs, and get there. Strike 3. Madden Zimmerman with the game of his life through 4 so far. And now we go to the bottom of the 4th. Still 6-0. Braden Sorelli, after hitting a 3-run homer while tense, will come up to the plate here. And Besto Durham gets pulled for Lorelei Von Crum. Lorelei, not her primary position, will be playing uncomfortable. She does play first, but she hasn't played it in a long time. And she dives for that one. 1-2 count, tough out activates. Bo Fernandez tries to get him out, but this one's going to get over the head of the second baseman and into right field for a base hit to lead things off for the Outlaws. Cannon Avery back to locked in mojo here. He'll swing at the first pitch, but foul it off. And ball stays low and outside. That one catches the bottom of the zone, so that's strike 2, 1-2 count, and Cannon fights one off to stay alive. Bo at pitch 30 here, and he's going to foul another one off, so nice fight here for Cannon. And chases that one as it drops out of the zone. The bottom fell out of that pitch, and that's going to be out number 1. Rock Quintana still locked in, 1 for 2. He took a really ugly strike call for out number for the first or second in his second at bat. Excuse me. Swings at one and then sends it into left or center field for a base hit. So Rock will get another hit, and he'll stay hot. Now 2 on with 1 out for Tony Centercut. 1 for 2 with a single. And if this trend continues, it'd be nice to see another 3-run homer. Rally Stopper will activate for Bo. And swinging at the off-speed pitch, but pulling it way foul. Gets a fastball, but way behind it. Swings through it. And pops that fastball foul. So 0-2 count here. Tony trying to stay alive. Gets a fastball right at Rail, who catches it and tosses to second. Not in time to get the out at second, but a line out for out number 2. And now Ramon Lee, 1 for 1 with his 3-run homer. Also walked his last time up. He's been seeing the ball well today. Bo Fernandez looking to shut him down, as he's been doing really well since he came in. Gets a strike there, so it's a 2-1 count through 40 pitches for Bo. And pulls foul. 2-2 count. And another foul ball for Ramon Lee, staying alive. And hits that one off the end of the bat, and it's going to tail foul down the first base line. We'll do it again. And that time pulled right to Rail Sims, who tosses to first, out number 3. So a rally gets squashed. Bo Fernandez pitching really well since he's come in to replace Rip Sutton. And now we're going to the top of the 5th inning. Lorelei Von Crum is tense. She comes into face off against Madden Zimmerman, and she swings at the first pitch, and it looks like it's going to get out of here as it carries into right center field. A solo shot probably puts her back to neutral mojo. 408, her second home run and 3rd RBI of the year, and she's feeling a lot better about herself. And Madden Zimmerman, who has been lights out for this entire game, made unfortunately one mistake, and she made him pay. He now gets pulled for Dane Rollins. Dane will come in to hopefully finish this game off. And Whistle Thornton will fall behind 0-2. And swings through strike 3. Nice off-speed pitch from Dane Rollins, and he was way ahead of that one for out number 1. Marcel Hornblower comes up. He managed to make contact with the ball out of the zone and get it into center field for a base hit in his last at-bat. That ball somehow misses the zone. Down 1-2 in the count here. Marcel will not chase this time. 2-2. And there he does. So Dane was like, no, I want it. So here, give it to me. As he strikes him out, and now he turns to Legend Buckley. Legend 182 on the year, no home runs, no RBIs, bad ball hitter activated as well as consistent. And we'll swing at the first pitch. We'll ground it to third short, and Cannon Avery shoots the ball over to first for out number 3. So Dane Rollins able to come in and take care of business after the home run from Lorelei Von Crum. And Madden Zimmerman with a hell of a day, giving up 2 hits, 1 home run, and 1 earned run there. Now, Justice Colon will come up against Bo Fernandez. They're just running him into the ground here at this point. 47th pitch here. And Justice, oh, man, she makes good contact but pulls it way foul. And she chases strike 3 way inside and out of the zone. And she's just been not herself lately. I don't know if something's going on at home, but it seems like she has just been not in the game. Aiden Castor comes in to replace Bo Fernandez. Aiden with Tier 2 reverse splits will not be active here. Also has Tier 2 clutch. Some good traits there. And that ball is going to be grounded to short. Out number 2. And now you'll see that Tier 2 reverse splits activated here as Caroline Dealer, the switch hitter, will bat from the left side, and she swings at the first pitch, pops it up, and it's going to get out of play. Castor throws a ball low, and then Caroline getting the fastball, but just missing it, and it goes foul. So 1-2 count. Caroline chases strike 3, so Aiden Castor comes in and finishes up the Outlaws' bottom of the order there. And now they head to the top of the 6th. Last chance for the Pythons. They'll start with Rail Sims. The shortstop has been playing well defensively. Only 1 at-bat so far, and she's 0 for 1. Pushes the first one foul. And then grounds out to Ramon Lee quickly for out number 1. Henry Fernandez, the number 1 hitter, comes up to the plate 0 for 2. 219 with a 1 home run and 3 RBIs so far. There's strike 1 from Dane Rollins. Gets strike 2, and 0-2 count will put that up the middle. Ramon Lee dives for it, but it's going to squeeze through the middle for a base hit. So a 1-out hit for the Pythons. Keeps this game alive a little bit longer, and now we'll turn to Fizz Gallagher. 0 for 1 with a walk. Dane Rollins still locked in. And you have to be careful with Fist, as he can really do some damage here if he gets the right pitch. 0-2 count, and does not get him to chase inside. That was a really good pitch from Dane. This time he pops it foul. 1-2 count. Great speed over there at first base, so it'd be hard to turn a double play with this combo here. Instead, we get the strikeout, so Dane Rollins puts down Fist, pumping his fist as he walks away from the plate. And now here comes rattled Aiden Heaves, who's 0 for 2 today. Takes the first pitch strike. Swings through strike 2. 0-2 count here with a runner on first, and that ball will get into center field, so this game stays alive a little bit longer. And Aiden Heaves, who is rattled, manages to keep the game alive for his team. He'll now go to Tense Mojo, and he'll pass it down the line to Eliana Chambers. And Dane Rollins still locked in. 24th pitch of the day for him. Gets a first pitch strike. Ball gets pulled foul, so 0-2 count here. 2 outs. And we'll push one foul there off the end of the bat, staying alive. Dane, let's finish it off here. Oh, doesn't bite. She checked her swing. And that one stays foul too, so we'll do it again. 1-2 count, and another foul ball. So Eliana using that great contact to stay alive a little bit longer. And she hits one hard, deep right center field. That ball is carrying. It might die right here at the edge of the track. And Braden Sorelli doesn't leap for it. Instead, he just catches it off of the wall. And 2 runners will score on the Eliana Chambers double. A moonshot to right center field. And this game will stay alive just a little bit longer. Dane Rollins gets pulled for Colton Ryan. Colton Ryan having a rocky first year with the Outlaws. Just needs 1 out. Lorelei already got, there it is, thank goodness. Lorelei already hit 1 home run today. We didn't want to see another one. And the Outlaws win this one 6-3. 3 runs coming for the the Pythons, all in that 5th and 6th inning. And then for the Outlaws, 6 runs in the first 2 innings. So it was a really tale of 2 games for these 2 teams. The Pythons get runs from, or 2 RBIs from Eliana Chambers on that double in the 6th. Lorelei Von Crum with a solo shot in the 5th inning, subbing in for the injured Besto Durham. And that was pretty much it for the offense for the Pythons. For the Outlaws, we saw the 3-run shot from Braden Sorelli, a 3-run shot from Ramon Lee. Good. I mean, everybody got a hit at least once today, which is wonderful to see. Rock Quintana, 2 for 3 day. So that's really, really nice to see the production from this team. Too many strikeouts, I feel, but otherwise, we saw production up and down the lineup. Rip Sutton had a bad day, 2 innings, and he could not get through the 3rd inning. Bo Fernandez came in and it was lights out, 2 in the 3rd, 3 hits, 1 walk, and 3 strikeouts. And then Castor came in 2/3 of an inning, getting a strikeout, not allowing a hit or a run. And Sutton gets a loss. Madden Zimmerman, dude, after that, if you wouldn't have given up that 1 home run, 4 innings pitch, he gave 4+ innings, 2 hits. 1 was a solo home run. The other was a base hit, and then he allowed a walk. Struck out 7. Dane Rollins came in, pitched really well. Those 2 RBIs were really, really tough to come by. I feel like you could have probably brought in somebody sooner for him, but I'm not going to speak too much. He went 1 2/3, 3 hits, 2 earned runs, 3 strikeouts, and then Colton Ryan comes in, gets his 1 out. So Ramon Lee gets the number 1 spot. Braden gets number 2. Lorelei comes in halfway through the game and gets the number 3 spot. So we win the first half of this doubleheader. We push the Pythons down a little bit further in the running here. I'm going to drop Saul Ferguson. I like B more. And let's see, Colton. Colton, you're getting the loyalty because Kellen's not going to be on this team much longer. Let's see. We'll do Alex for Liliana because Liliana's just here for her backup defense and speed. All right, and that's it. So then we head to game 2 of the doubleheader here. That'll be the 15th game of the season. So 2 games left, and the Outlaws are 8-6. So if we win the next 2 games, we end 10-6 again, and that's pretty consistent for this team. So let's take a look at what happened since the game ended. Holy shit, a lot of stuff happened here. Okay, so we have Tremendous Navarro will be available in the free agent pool. He gets released by the Dirt Dogs. Justice Cologne with some development for Lily Dubs, +3 arm for Braden Sorelli. So he lost 5, gets 3 back, so he's pretty much back to normal. Dirt Dogs drop Matthew Bowen, a starter, so they're really releasing like all of their salary. Let's see, Christian Green gets dropped by the Blurs, gets replaced by Pretend South. Christian Green, interesting name. Could be cool to see him come in to help out platoon with Justice Cologne, clutch and base rounder. That's nice. Nice little combo there. Jaden Freehold gets dropped by the Blurs. First year All-Star for the Blurs is now a free agent. Emmy Williamson gets dropped by the Sewer Sneaks. They bring in Darren Patrick, a guy that we were looking at but couldn't afford. So that's not a loss for us. Let's see. Bland Brown Pole, the closer, gets dropped by the Blurs. +1 fielding for Caroline Dealer. +4 junk for Dane Rollins, puts him at A- tier. We see Loki McLay, what a name, get dropped by the Pythons, replaced by Grayson Finley. This is actually right before our game, so I don't know if Grayson's going to get the start in this next one. We'll take a look at that in a second. Swing Barnstormer gets dropped by the Blurs. Another name that could be available for us. Blurs drop Isaiah Lowbrow. And, okay, Wilfred Norris was not a player that we were going to sign, but it's unfortunate that he's going to the Sewer Sneaks. Man, they are getting so good. Let's see. Juliet Carr gets offended by the or offends the Dirt Dogs, placing Emmeline Merritt. Wow, Juliet Carr available. Whew. Jedediah Anger loses 2 contact. And then Elder Santos with a development opportunity could potentially lose his Elite 4 seam fastball. So this one for Lily Dubs would be development that could give her a 5th pitch, gives her some accuracy and some velocity. I would normally not do this, but I'm is thinking like we want her to be as good as possible, right? I'd think about this. We definitely want to do this one for Tony Center Cut. Justice with speed and arm and a chance to play left field. That would be wild. If we could get her to play left field, that could change a lot of different things in our roster structure. That speed, I want to do this one for sure. And we don't want to do that for Elder Santos. So I'm going to do the one for Justice and the one for Tony Center Cut. And boy, if we get her to play left field, Caroline Dealer, I'm sorry, but you're going to be sitting on the bench for a while. Okay, Tony Center Cut, power and contact. How much can we get? +2, +2. We do not get the extra power. Can we get the extra contact? We do not get it. That's okay. I'll take the extra power and contact that we did get. We'll take that. And then this one for Justice Cologne. 1 speed, 1 arm guaranteed. Can we get some extra speed? And can we get that left field position? She gets the extra speed. She's at 99. She does not get it. And then can she play left field? Please, please, please. We do not get that either. Damn. That's tough. I was going to pay for it anyways, but man, that is really frustrating. She has been brutal lately. This last stretch, she has just been abysmal. I don't know what to do at this point. Like, I feel like we kind of have to just ride it out with her. Looking at some of these players, Christian Green is scholarly. I'm going to put a star on him because it would be interesting to bring him in. Isaiah Lowbrow, specialist, lefty specialist. Competitive, good pitcher. Sophie Linguino is only a hitter. We wouldn't be able to afford her, but she could be a direct replacement for Elias Hensley if we wanted to. Tremendous Navarro is out here. We're already talking about him. Turner Franklin. Bitzer Hines, where are you sitting at? 1.4 above. So again, we'll wait for now. Jedediah Anger still high. Cardboard Wildly is still high. Catherine is still somebody we could consider if we needed to down the road here. So we'll keep an eye out on that. I also saw him as somebody I was thinking about a while back. Who was the other guy? I didn't star him, did I? That third baseman that I was talking about. Oh, Crush Lynch. Wait, is that who I was talking about? What the heck? Wasn't there somebody I was talking about bringing in? I feel like I'm totally losing my mind right now. How is Jaden Freehold? Not bad. Not a good arm. Sprinter doesn't help anything. I feel like I'm losing my mind now. Did somebody get signed that I was looking at? What the hell? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. It wasn't Darren Patrick. Patrick Camacho. That's who got signed, bought in by the Blurs to replace Jaden Freehold. I missed that, but that was the guy we were looking at. Damn, that sucks. All right, well, that kind of throws some of our plan out of the way. We knew it was going to happen, though. We couldn't have brought him in without replacing Kellen Kirk, so we had to make that call. I guess the other decision we could make is we bring somebody cheaper in to replace Kellen Kirk now, knowing that we don't have to worry about him anyways. That's actually what we'll do. Oh, but I don't want to just burn. See, we can't even do Bits or Hines until we replace another pitcher as well. Ugh, that sucks. Yeah, I don't want to do that just yet. I liked the idea initially because I thought, oh yeah, that would just be nice to drop some salary for a little bit. But if we were to do that, then we would be risking if we weren't able to get our pitcher, then we'd be stuck with a much worse rotation. So I just can't do that. So, anyways, the next time we come out, we'll see Rince Shaw against newly signed Grayson Finley. The Pythons might be making that forfeit. There might be waving the red flag. Taking a look at the lineup after we make some adjustments here, we are going to have. I like all of the decisions that are made, it's just not the way that we did them. So Braden Sorelli, they don't like him leading off. I hate putting Tony Centercut in the leadoff spot because he's too good a hitter. You don't want him hitting where nobody's on base. I'm gonna try Elias back in the 5 spot. Justice will go back to 6. Actually, this is kind of a wild lineup here. This is the deepest lineup that we have when it's like this. All right, I think I might do this. I might change my mind before the next game, but yeah, that's what we're looking at. Second half of the doubleheader, if we can win this one against the Pythons, would be a huge opportunity for us to push for a bigger lead, going 9-6. The Burners are sitting at 7-6. We're half a game ahead of them, so they still have the ability to push ahead and win 3 more, and that would really make things difficult for us. The Sewer Sneaks still have 4 games left, and they could lose them all going to 10-6, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. So we just have to continue to win. We're currently sitting in the number 2 seed as we bumped the Burners down, and the Pythons got dropped out of the playoffs entirely as the Reapers took their place in the 4 seed. It's going to be tough, but we'll see what happens next time out. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you're enjoying the series. Let me know what you think in the comments below on how you think the team is going to do the rest of the way. But we'll talk to you next time. Have a good one. Bye, everyone.